No.
This is Nicole.
This is Karen.
And we're covering Restoration. The English Restoration began in 1660 with the restoration of the Stuart monarch Charles II to the English throne. After the interregnum period dominated by Oliver Cromwell, which is such a poothead on Cromwell.
Asshole.
The interregnum period was between 1642 through 1660, when very little theatrical activity was saw in England, as Puritans worked to drive out those sinful theatres. A law was passed in 1642 that suspended performers for 5 years.
Damn.
No work. No work.
After that, the law expired. Oliver Cromwell government passed another law declaring that all actors were to be considered rougers. Many theaters were even dismantled during the 18 years of stasis. In 1660, this period is referred to as a new age of restoration because it was totally opposite of the rules of Cromwell, asshole, who shut down theaters and anything that was considered immoral.
Oh my God, I shouldn't watch theatre. They're such dirty, scandalous folks. Phew on you, Cromwell.
Evil people.
Charles II also returned in 1660 to England from his exile in France, restoring the monarchy. Charles II's reign is marked by looseness and immorality, as well as progressive ideas, landmarks in science, and poetry, which were supported by Charles with such institutions as the Royal Society. The time was also the renewal for the British theatre. Yay!
Hell yes! Flamboyant Charles was a huge patron of theatre. I love him. And helped breathe new life into British drama. A patent was even issued for 2 new theatre companies, one led by William Davenant, which was the younger performer, while older and more experienced actors were in the King's Company, led by Thomas Killigrew. The companies created new opportunities theatrically, but their monopoly on performance hampered the growth of British theatre.
Many innovations developed during the Restoration. One of the most innovative and influential designers of the 18th century was Philip Jacques de Leeuwenburg. He was the first designer to break up floor space with pieces of scenery, giving it more depth and dimension to the stage, which is really cool. So that's where a lot of things come in, besides like your average just theater where you could sit there and just watch out in the open. They started actually building stages with different dimensions, and it was the beginning of a creation of a little more into theater to make it more realistic.
Other designers experience with lighting by using candles and large chandeliers which hung over the floor of the stage.
I love chandeliers.
I do too. They're very beautiful. Normally, the playwright was director of a play. The female was known as the ingenue, and the male was known as the juvenile. Well,
juvenile.
Of course, most of them are.
Go figure. Playwrights got proceeds from the 3rd and the 6th night performances, but only for the original run of the show. Pantomimes would also perform before and after the show. A theater of note between 1642 and 1800 was the Haymarket Theater, operated by Samuel Foote.
Glad you hadn't told you.
Oh.
2 18th century writers of comedy were Sheridan, who wrote the
Arrivals,
and Oliver Goldsmith, who wrote
She Stomps to Conquer.
Glad you said that because I couldn't say it. John Gay, what a name, authored the popular
Beggar's Opera. Oh!
updated in the 20th century playwright by
Bertolt Brecht.
and the Threes Pennies Opera.
Okay, that was just our little bit of presentation to give you just a tad bit touch of the Restoration period. Because like we said, that is kind of the beginning of when theater started to advance and become more realistic, adding scenery and working a little more things out besides just people acting in middle of nowhere. Now we're going to present a YouTube video for you guys that is going to give you a little bit more educational advice besides our crazy selves.
Because ours was actually better.
But I hope you guys enjoy, and we will show you the YouTube video.
Yay!